and Megumin. And we're back at it again with more Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. Oh, there you go, now you should be fine.
I have been presented with an egg for these trying times.
You got a puzzle? You gotta put it together.
Ew. The tiger, I think.
What is, how does that work?
I don't fucking know.
Hold on, do we need to go big screen so that we can see what's going on? It spins. It's like a tiger, but it's a tiger that you transform into a top. That's what it is. And then it comes with like a little scoreboard that you can do so that you can try to like get it on things. And there's like a Kinder Magic app, but so you see, it's like in the top panel up there, it's a tiger, and then it flattens out. And you can, like spin it like a top. If it'll focus. It's not gonna focus. So, you building it?
Yeah.
We'll come back to the main scene. We'll come back to that when we've got more. When we've got more to go off of. She's got an egg for this trying times. I just have Buenos bars. But they're good. It's good candy.
Ready for them to come out with another themed Tinder line?
So that you can collect them all.
Yeah.
The theme lines are like not the best.
They're not toys.
They're literally like figures for you to collect at that point.
I like figures. I need to bring Mushu and Rapunzel to my office. Rapunzel's here somewhere, I think.
Hey, Makoto.
I know what Mushu is.
Oh, Makoto. Yep, that's Makoto. Sure as the sky is blue. Hey, Hina. Are you the only one that bothered to show up today? You really had me worried, you know? What happened to you last night? Worried? Yeah, right after nighttime hit, we all went to get you. We were hammering away at your doorbell, but you never answered. We thought maybe you'd been, you know... I mean, not that that actually happened. I mean, nobody here would wanna, you know. So anyway, what were you doing? I didn't feel good, so I went right to bed. I had no idea you guys even showed up. But why did you come get? But why did you come get me? Did something happen? Well, lots of stuff actually. I'm not sure I can really explain.
Okay.
Let's go meet up with everyone else. I can tell you all about it. So. Is everyone waiting somewhere else or something?
That's right.
Oh yeah, we all stayed up the whole night. The whole night? I lost at rock, paper, scissors, so I had to come get breakfast for everyone.
Okay.
So you got here just in time. Come on, help me carry it. Okay, sure. Everyone's in the gym. Hurry up, I'll meet you there. Why is everyone in the gym? And the entire night? I'm very confused. This whole thing is like very strange at this point. I just realized we're playing at 30 FPS on, I don't really think it's gonna matter that much, but we just are not playing in the 60 FPS mode. We're playing in 30 FPS mode because that's what I have to do for Ori. I don't really think that it's really going to affect most people's, like, viewing pleasure. Because most people viewing YouTube videos typically watch at 30 FPS anyway, so, like, really doesn't matter, and we're playing at 60, so it really doesn't matter. It's also a visual novel, so I mean, like, how bad can it be?
Oh, I ripped the sticker.
Ruined. Failure. Just put it back. Just put it back in the bag. Go back to Walmart and demand a refund. Ah, there he is.
Huh? Oh, hey,
This is
Makoto.
worse than being late for your wedding, the birth of your son, and your own funeral, all at once.
Really gonna make that joke again, man?
Jeez, to show up now like it's no big deal. You made us stay up all night while you slept like a baby in your bed. Just like Hina said, everyone was there besides Kyoko. And then I noticed they'd formed a circle around something.
Uh-oh.
soon as I saw that something was... What the? Before I could catch myself, I cried out. Monokuma broken? Spread out in front of them were the remains of Monokuma.
What are you doing?
What does it look like? We're dismantling it to see what makes it tick.
I like that Toko's just like holding the legs in confusion. Also, Aoi's titties are all the way out.
All the way.
Dismantling? But I mean, that's Monokuma you're messing with, right?
Yeah, that's right.
She's not even phased.
Relax, there's no danger. You say that, but... What is this? What are you guys doing? It looks like it's been professionally dismantled. How's that possible? Tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous? Seriously, what are you thinking? How can you say tearing apart something like that isn't dangerous?
Hey, come on.
Well, I guess I'll handle this. I'll explain what's going on, Makoto. Because that's how much I like ya. Byakuya found this little fellow lying around. Then we tore it apart. That doesn't explain anything.
What?
Just before we went... I forgot to turn my... You even told me to.
Yep.
You told me to turn the sound off on my phone, and I didn't. And that's just a notification letting me know about my mobile dashboard. Literally, it went off because I'm streaming. The one time I don't want it to go off, it goes off because I'm streaming. It's wine time. It is wine o'clock. Well, what remains of it. What it's supposed to be. I like this nice dynamic that we have of me playing a video game and you desperately attempting to assemble a children's toy.
Oh, I see.
What?
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
Ah, she's got it. She's figured it out. It's all over now, boys. We might as well all just pack it in. Mastermind over here has figured it out. Just before we went to bed last night, I came to the den to try to talk to Monokuma. I wanted to see if he had any new information about Kyoko's disappearance. And I found him here, just like normal. However, when I found him, he was no more than a regular toy. He didn't react, didn't say a word. You're saying he wasn't moving at all? I waited there until nighttime officially began. But still, Monokuma laid there motionless. I gathered everyone up as quickly as possible so they could take a look. Even then, he still didn't make a move. So I immediately initiated the disassembly process. It was Master's stroke of genius. A chance to find out what made Monokuma tick. One thing we discovered is that he's quite a sophisticated machine. It's leagues beyond any normal remote control toy. It's a tiger. And then he goes into top mode. We pull down the sides, pull up the tail, and turn his head sideways. I feel like the. Hold on. Let's go to full scene mode so they can see the tiger. I also feel like should the sides not be the other way?
I don't know.
So that when you fold them, like, shouldn't they be? Yeah, shouldn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, shouldn't they? So that it's all facing upright.
Yes.
Yeah, like that. There you go. Because then because those little things on the back there allow it to stand up on its own. So you can place it down on a table. You can place it down on a table like that, and it'll stand. And then you can flatten it out, and it's a top.
telling
Yeah,
him
back to the video game we're playing.
back to the reason that we're out here.
Who has enough free time to invest in something like that anyway? But besides that, what I'm wondering is, why did he stop moving all of a sudden? I thought maybe he'd malfunctioned, but we didn't find any cause as we were taking him apart. So if he didn't break down,
So in other words,
then maybe something happened to his puppeteer, the mastermind. Something unexpected.
Something unexpected like Kyoko.
Kyoko was unexpected. I can't imagine any other possibility. Something unexpected. They were probably so scared of Master they ran away in terror.
Could it be?
Or maybe they got sick or something? But Monokuma made his announcement this morning, right? Who is that if not the mastermind? Oh, I'm sure that's a recording. It's set to a timer and plays as necessary. That's true. He says the exact same thing every day, right? Hey, guys. I don't think now's a good time for light conversation. I just found something. What is it? That's a bomb.
A whole ass bomb.
A bomb. There's one installed in every Monokuma robot, I'm sure. Bomb? That's super bad. We need to get rid of it. Roger that. It appears the bomb has a motion sensor. Any sudden movements, it's sure to go off. Motion sensor? For serious? I'm starting to get all shaky.
Just a second.
Hey, get it together. You're a man, aren't you? I'm fine. Totally fine. You're so not fine. You're all Oh, I probably should have mentioned. The motion sensor is off right now. Jeez, don't scare me like that. God, you're the world's most spineless worm of the century.
don't be mean.
Hey, come on! The century's just getting started. Don't call the race already. Because this came out in like what, 2013?
I thought it came out in like 2009.
I feel like it was after that.
Find out.
Whatever, just hurry up and put the bomb down. Hanging on to it's not gonna do anyone good. Oh yeah, good call.
Well,
Okay, it's down. Everything's all good. Here, put the bomb down, but that wasn't my main concern at the point. My eyes were glued to Monokuma's remains. He just stopped moving all of a sudden. Was it really because something happened to the mastermind that they weren't expecting? But what could that have been? When I thought about it, couldn't help but think back to the night before, being attacked by the masked figure. So we were both like, pretty
Just a
yeah.
second.
I knew it wasn't. I knew it was after the odds,
hey.
which is the worst term. That's everything before the tens.
I thought it was zero.
Well, that's what aught means.
Oh.
Aught literally means nothing. The O's, the
Oh.
zeros, the aughts. Like 2006 is 2006. That's why I said, like, I don't like it either, but that's like the term that people typically use is the aughts. Don't us. Did you hear a thing we just said? Huh? So that's a no. What are you, some kind of brain-dead farm animal? Sorry. We were saying, since we're done dismantling Monokuma, what should we do now? And we've decided to continue our offensive assault.
It's all clear now.
To try and uncover the mastermind's true identity, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Really?
Naturally.
Since the mastermind appears to have stopped all activity, now's our chance, wouldn't you agree? But if the mastermind comes back while we're in there, if you're scared, you're welcome to stay here by yourself. Or go live in the chicken coop with all the other chickens. You could be chicken number 6.
Such
Okay, I can respect that. I can respect when she says that.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a good one. Like, good job. Good for you.
This is a battle, a fight to the death between us and the mastermind. We don't have time to deliberate.
But
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to have to kill each other or anyone else, but we have a chance now.
Come on.
So, what are you going to do? Are you going to run away? Or are you going to fight? Right, I'll go with you.
It's all clear now.
Okay then, we're going to break into the headmaster's room. Everything comes down to this moment. Anything can happen, so prepare yourselves. I'll follow you anywhere, Master, to all the ends of the earth. Sakura, if you can hear me, lend me your strength. She just suddenly just gets way too big muscles. Too much strength. Too much strength.
Dial it back a little bit, babe.
Cannot put my arms down.
Dial it back.
All right, thanks. I good enthusiasm. A little bit less. A little bit less.
How about that?
You do this. My man. Hi. Man. SpongeBob with his razor. You know that.
You can make a SpongeBob reference for anything at this point.
The show's been on for a long time.
Since what, 99, 98?
Somewhere around then, yeah. We each found determination in our own ways. And when we were ready, we left the gym.
There are kids that are younger than Sponge. Like,
Yep.
Like, so many.
I mean, we're younger than Scooby-Doo, and yeah, we watched that as children.
That's fair.
Like, I don't think that's a good, like, litmus test for that.
I know, but it makes me feel old.
Fair enough. Let's talk to everybody on our way to the headmaster's office. Naturally, Master's the one to show such bravery. Just make sure you don't get in his way. Hey, Aoi.
Okay.
Sakura's gonna be watching over us, so we're definitely gonna find something to help us bring this to an end. Alright. We finally reached the climax. Hey, Chicka Bum Bum. So let's hurry up and finish it, before the mastermind catches us all.
Let's go.
This is where we expose every last detail of the mastermind. Is everyone ready? I'm still so mad at myself for choosing that as Byakuya's voice.
You're almost done, I promise you.
I was gonna say, because, like, Byakuya is, like...
Byakuya's gonna die eventually.
Byakuya had to survive this long, didn't he?
Right?
He just had to survive this long, didn't he? Rattle, rattle. It's locked, as expected. So what are you gonna do?
What?
Isn't it obvious? We're going to tear this door off its hinges. Wait, but the rules say, fuck the rules.
But
I was about to say, don't read it. Don't read it, just leave it. That was it. It was perfect.
But like Makoto said, if the mastermind did show up while we were in there,
So in
fuck
other words-
the rules.
hey,
Okay, sure, but
What?
part of fuck the rules don't you understand? Oh, this is gold.
I mean,
For serious?
What the heck?
We don't have any choice. We're desperate.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's rip this door down.
actually,
Let's do it. Fuck the rules.
Yeah. Okay, but how are we gonna do that? This thing looks pretty sturdy. Then we'll need something sturdy of our own. Oh, what about that one thing? Pickaxe. That thing in the tool shed. Swimming?
oh, so then.
You know, that thing in the tool shed.
I see.
Interesting. That could very well be exactly what we need. Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when I left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so probably 9 on the dot now.
It's all clear. now.
Okay, go get the pickaxe and be back here by 9:01. That's straight up unreasonable! But by myself?
Naturally.
Surely you would like to have your me time once in a while, right? Well, if it's me and you time, Master, then yeah.
What?
You know how much time it took you to say that? 10 seconds! Take too long and I'll erase your existence from my consciousness. Unacceptable! With that, Toko ran off loud as a herd of rabid elephants.
Hey,
If you're serious, though, are we just gonna knock this door down? No problem is solved by running away. Find your stones and be a man. You must be swift as a coursing river, with all the strength of a great typhoon. Mysterious as my papa, whenever he goes into that one room I'm not allowed into. Can't move forward by always avoiding danger.
If you spend all your time trying to avoid danger, you'll never move forward.
What if you tack?
Where the fuck is Kyoko? Or at
You
the
can
very
dodge forward.
least, where the fuck is her body?
We know the danger, but if that risk means solving the mystery, we have no choice.
Hey,
Am I wrong? You gonna look at me and tell me that I'm wrong?
She wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, Doug.
I love
Grow up.
how angry he
Grow
is.
up.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
There's no reason for him to be as angry as he is.
Hold up! Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess! The Wicked Witch of the East, bro!
What was his entire thing that he was arguing?
They were playing, I think they were playing, Pictionary? Or Scattergories, or something. And, they were trying to figure out what his word was. And, it was princess. So he was trying to talk about the Wizard of Oz. I don't remember. It was one of those games where you're trying to guess what the person is drawing.
Or trying to, like, get a reference to.
Yes.
It's actually really cool. Or
It was Taboo. That's what they were doing. They were playing Taboo.
Where you couldn't actually, like,
say a list of words.
But you had to, like, say a different... Like, you had to, like, describe it without ever saying a certain number of words. And I'm sure, like, every last Disney princess was on there. Like, you couldn't probably say Disney. You probably couldn't mention Ariel.
Well, the movie was Wizard of Oz.
Oh.
It was Wizard of Oz.
Oh, they were playing Taboo Wizard of Oz?
No, the word was Wizard of Oz.
Oh,
like,
the word was Wizard of Oz. Okay.
But like he probably couldn't say Scarecrow. He probably couldn't say Wizard.
Yellow
he
Brick
probably couldn't say Her sister was a witch, right? And what was her sister? A princess. So he probably said princess and got mad he didn't figure it out. The Wicked Witch of the East, bro. You're gonna look at me and you're gonna tell me that I'm wrong? Am I wrong? She wore a crown and she came down in a bubble, Doug. Grow up, man. Grow up.
Even if it's dangerous, we have to overcome the challenges in front of us. Maybe, but I'm still super stressed. So tense I can hardly talk. I'm all flabust. No? I'm all flapstaff. Fap sauce?
Did you bring the pickaxe?
Gross! Oh, she saw blood.
Oh, shit.
She saw blood when she went to get the pickaxe and passed out. Gross, where'd you come from? Wait, Genocide Jill? Where'd you come from?
You called for me and so I
Hello, it's a wondiferous murdiferous fiend. Here to greet you with a razor-sharp smile.
Come on.
What about the pickaxe? Where is it? Supposed to pick an axe? No, you sleeping imbecile, the pickaxe. Sleeping imbecile? Oh, master, you wound me with your executive level barbs. Pshaw, here comes the bloody nose. Seriously, though, did you really forget the pickaxe?
Did you really forget they don't share memories?
Omega-3 fatty acids. That's what you need. Great for the old memory factory.
Did you really forget they don't share memories?
I think
Thank you.
But I think we already established that their memory doesn't carry over when they switch.
Thank
Possible.
Is Jill a lizard or something?
There ain't no telling what the fuck she is. She wild.
Yeah,
She's a
she
feral
wild.
child
She
is
is-
what she is. She's
she
a
is-
feral child.
She is a feral child. This is a level of uselessness I find difficult to tolerate.
yes.
Ah, the light bulb just went
I
on.
see.
That's why I went to the garden, right? I was supposed to get the pickaxe. All right, I've solved one mystery. That means just one more mystery left. One more mystery. Yep. Now we just need to figure out the identity of Object X. Now, what are you talking about? Did you already forget that what we were talking about? You're like missing out on life.
You gotta be kidding.
I am not missing out on life. In fact, I found one in the garden. What? What did you find? Oh, corpse. Did you hear me? I said corpse. Corpse.
Yep.
That's right. I found a corpse in the garden. You found a corpse in the garden?
What did you say?
Well then, before we enter the headmaster's room, it appears we have something else to look into.
Come on.
We're going to the garden. Okay. As soon as we entered the garden, I saw it. I didn't want to, but... Dead body. Draped in a lab coat and the mask, but laying face up. Saw someone laying on the ground with a mask covering their face. There was a knife, buried in the stomach, up to the hilt. What the? They're really dead? For sure, but who is it? It's Kyoko.
Note how, for my Twitch viewers out there, I put best girl. I didn't say which best girl.
Best girl. Things, just to make things clear. Last night I was attacked by someone wearing a mask. And whoever that was, now they're... I don't know why.
No.
Now they're laying dead in the front of me. Nope.
Unless they just messed up with the art, it's not the same person. Look at the nails.
Yep, the nails are painted, whereas...
And sharp.
Whereas on the other person they weren't.
They didn't have
Also-
the nails drawn in at all.
Also, the coat is laying on top of them. So whoever it was probably got the coat thrown at them and then stabbed through the coat, and then they put their mask on them to what, I don't know.
I don't know.
I told you, there's a corpse hanging out here.
Wait.
Are they really dead? Is that really a dead body?
What?
You need to begin looking around right away. However, be ever so careful. There's no telling what you might find. Dead body. Need to find out who this actually is. There's no way to tell with that mask covering their face like that. The white coat they're wearing makes it impossible to tell. I mean, those are definitely Kyoko's boots.
Yep.
They're wearing makes it impossible to tell anything about the body itself. The victim is a total mystery. But one thing I do know is that whoever this is, they attacked me last night in my room. But why? Oh, is it Junko?
Kyoko wears gloves.
Is it Junko?
It's probably Junko because Junko has red laces.
They wind up dead in here. Their heart isn't beating. They're not breathing. All signs of life have come to a complete stop. Thanks to the knife that's been driven into their stomach, their clothes are stained a bright red. That's pink. It appears the bleeding has stopped, but the blood that is there is still wet. Be careful you don't touch it and get some on you. How can you be so calm at a time like this? Who is it? Your face and body are all hidden, so I don't have a clue. I'm pretty sure it's a girl at least. Oh, how can you tell? Well, I see the outline of her chest and just the general shape of the body. Yeah, the more I look, the more I'm sure it's a girl. Really? Then it could be... Okay then! Let's just tear the mask clean off.
Come on.
Wait, don't! By the time he'd called out, it was already too late. Took his hand shot out toward the mask. In the next instant, boom!
Yep.
There was a blinding light and a deafening roar. The body blew up. It blew up, it blew up, it blew up, it blew up, it blew up! Hey, Pie's back. My vision started to darken. I prepared to pass. But then, hurry up, put out the fire. My consciousness attempted to float away. That voice reached up and pulled it back down to earth. Someone pressed something into my hands. It was a bucket of water. Come on, dump the water on it. Okay. The upper half of the body was on fire. I took aim and tossed the water as hard as I could. Sploosh. We are playing a game of Kaboom Sploosh. Actually, you know what?
What?
That wasn't a dead body.
That is a dead body.
Because the ding-dong bing-bong of finding a dead body didn't go off.
But here's the thing.
If the mastermind's gone, he wouldn't be able to signal it, or...
Exactly. I think yeah. Because
I think that it was all a ploy. Because if we look at the picture now,
yeah, it doesn't look like a person.
it doesn't look like a person, it looks like a mannequin.
Yeah. Let's see.
We are good.
It'll be better when we find out what happened.
It died
to
down,
Kyoko.
leaving behind only the unpleasant smell of burning. I guess that took care of it. But what the hell, man? It exploded?
What did you say?
I had a bad feeling about that body, but I never imagined it would explode. And now the body... It's burnt to a crisp. That's beyond well done, man. Don't compare it to a steak. I'll never be able to eat steak again. But now the body's charred. I really have no idea. How are we gonna find out who it was? Who isn't here right now? Huh? If we consider who's not here, that will quickly narrow down who it must be. There's only one person missing. It's Kyoko. Kyoko? Then that dead body is Kyoko? No, that can't be right. Calm down, I didn't say it was Kyoko.
But
Who else? There is one other person.
In other words,
The Mastermind. What? The Mastermind? Come on, there's no way the Mastermind got charbroiled. Get serious. I agree. Normally the idea wouldn't be worth considering. But I have reason to believe it may be true. The mastermind being dead would explain that other matters, wouldn't it? Monokuma can hardly move around if its master is dead, right? But that corpse is a girl, right? Doesn't make any sense. I mean, remember what Alter Ego said? That person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in this school right now.
What the heck?
So the mastermind is some middle-aged dude, right? Which the corpse obviously isn't. And could that mean the mastermind isn't the headmaster? Is it the teenage girl Kyoko told me about? The ultimate despair? Huh? Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student at Hope's Peak. Oh, we got this shit music going on.
What?
What are you talking about? The other day, Kyoko confided in me. She said there was a 16th student here in the school. I think you'd better tell us everything you know. Well, all Kyoko told me was...
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
I'm glad it's not laggy.
Watch out for her.
Sorry if it was laggy on Twitch.
It might have been laggy on Twitch, so like Twitch can be laggy because I don't have like the settings available to me so that people can play at like a lower setting. But YouTube always has that. YouTube always has multi level. Sounded like Kyoko thinks Mukuro Ikusaba is the mastermind. No, the headmaster isn't the mastermind, I'm sure of that. What? I don't have any proof yet, but I have no doubt I'm right.
I see.
Really cold all of a sudden.
Yeah, I was warm as all get out earlier. Then we ate, and after sitting here for a little bit, I realized that I was a little bit cold. I'm warm from like the chest up, and my hands are warm because they're doing whatever.
Yeah.
But like my feet and my legs and like the sides of my body are cold.
So,
I'm fine, but if you want to turn it off, you can. And that phrase, the ultimate despair, it sounds super mastermindy, doesn't it?
Could it be?
Okay, so the mastermind is the girl Mukuro, and she's a student here, and she's the ultimate despair. But if she's been hiding here in the school like some teenage Bigfoot, how'd she wind up burnt to a crisp?
What the heck?
None of this makes any sense. To just suddenly show up and then die? I think we'd better take a closer look at the body. There may be some clues to help us figure out exactly who it is. Hey, wait.
What?
Aren't we forgetting something? You know, Toko.
Shit!
Oh yeah, she's totally blown up, right? Forget about her. I'm sure the explosion vaporized her. Ah, she survived. No, she survived. What happened, Master?
Stop talking.
You declared for the whole world to hear that you would never again inhale a single molecule of oxygen. Can we do fan? I'm bored, so I was wondering, can we do fan art?
Don't always do fan art.
I'm fan arted out from earlier. Do you have any suggestions?
Let's see. Draw some Kyoko.
Specifically from Danganronpa.
Yes.
And I'm sure that's a generic enough name that
Oh, that's fair.
if you
You're
typed
right.
in Kyoko, you probably would just get
A bunch of Kyoko.
yeah, a bunch of different Kyokos.
Yeah, there's so many Kyoko. Oh, well, it just took me to Kyoko from Danganronpa.
The only Kyoko is Kyoko from Danganronpa. When you go to
Yeah.
when you go to like pictures on. Oh, then I don't mind breathing in the carbon dioxide you exhale. That's enough for me to live.
It might also be the fact that I've done a lot of Kyoko searches, or
Fair
a lot of
enough.
Danganronpa searches. that
This
might
is
be
the
showing me what I
strangest
want.
back and forth I've ever seen. I should take a close look at the body one more time.
So,
Watch yourself, Makoto. She may be dead, but she's still a girl. Don't worry, I don't plan on touching the body all that much. I'm not Kyoko, after all. That was definitely Junko.
Yeah.
Well, hold on. There's something on the ground here. There's something next to the body. It's a key? Is that what Kyoko took from Monokuma?
So,
It's not the same key, no. Yeah, this is not the same key. That's right, the key she stole was shaped like Monokuma. This isn't anything like that. Then this key is...
What?
What is it? What did you find? Did you find something? Yeah, this was on the ground near the body. I've never seen this key before. What could it possibly go to? So even you don't know that. Makoto, I'm going to give you a very important task.
I see.
That key might give you access to certain areas we thought were locked. You mean
So in other words,
the biolab, the data center, the headmaster's room, and the dorm rooms on the second floor. It's in your hands. So I'm your errand boy now?
Okay, I guess we're going then.
Well, biolab is this way. What?
I was just like skimming through the walkthrough, and it says, this prompts to seep into the gardens, blah, blah, blah. Examine deader body.
Deader body?
Deader body.
Visit the key I found in the garden into the keyhole. The key isn't even close to fitting, which means the key doesn't fit this room.
Honestly, I would just go straight to the data center. It looks like an electronic kind of key.
It definitely looks like an electronic kind of key. But I would find it so much more interesting if it were a key to the,
Anything else?
to the anything else. We'll try the data center next, but I really, really hope it gets us into the dorms on the second floor.
Let's do the dorms on the second floor.
We're already right here at the data center, so we're gonna do that first.
Alright. I mean, look at that color scheme. See? They match.
Like,
Boom!
it fits. Then this is the key to the data center. I've managed to unlock the data center. Immediately headed back to the garden. No! Go in first!
Sorry.
So you're back. How did it go? I found out which room the key goes to. It's the data center down on the 4th floor. And we can get into the data center now?
I see.
Interesting. But why did the now deceased have the key on them? I suppose we'll just have to go to the data center and find out. Yeah, I think you're right. Well, I mean, like, even the explosion didn't, like, destroy that hand either.
That's fair.
Though the hand did look like it was missing a couple of nails. Here we are. Looks like the door is still unlocked. Hey, so when you open that door, there's not going to be another huge kaboom like before, right? I don't know. Callum, go ahead and check. I feel like we all needed an owie in that last dungeon.
Yeah.
Just like, hey, when you check that door, it's not going to blow up again, is it?
If you have any times where you can't think of an NPC, just put Owie in there. Just put Owie in there.
I'm going to make you guys have to deal with Byakuya at least once.
Why?
And you're
Make an Owie.
And you're gonna have to try to not kill him.
Why?
You're asking that question now? Don't worry, we have Makoto. What?
In other words,
It's in your hands. Again? It means I trust you. That's an absolute lie. I'm just being used. Toko, do you want to do it again? Master told you he trusts you. Master told you that.
Feel free to open the door.
Don't let it go to your head. I am so not happy about any of this.
You can open it, Toko.
Oh, time to die. Nothing happened. After making sure I was still alive, I slowly opened my eyes. Yeah, it's got, like, you can see there's, like, pictures of every single room we've been in, including bedrooms. In a word, the room was strange. Also, you know how you can tell this game was made in Japan?
How?
Look at the map.
Oh.
Japan is centered on the map.
Huh. Yeah.
In the same way that every map made in America has America centered in the map.
Yeah. Every map in each country has that country centered in the map.
Or, depending, sometimes they will just have, because, like, a lot of, like, official maps nowadays, especially ones made in America, will have the Greenwich Mean Line in the center.
Okay.
Basically, the exact center of the map, in a standard map now,
Yeah.
is where the equator meets the Greenwich Mean Line, the prime meridian.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's the actual center of most maps that are made now, which is why you typically find the Americas on the left
Yeah.
and Eurasia on the right. I mean, all the rooms up till now were strange, but this room had a special kind of strangeness. I bet that door to the back there lets you into the Monokuma Control Center. It wasn't a surface fear like the rest of the school. Here, the fear was lurking beneath the surface. This room was filled with a kind of dread.
What?
Hey, that's... He extended a trembling hand and pointed. Look at all those monitors on the wall. Look what they're showing. Each monitor displayed a different section of the school. The dorms, the classrooms, every part of the school was covered.
What?
It's the direct feed from every single surveillance camera. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room. All the cameras in the school feed back into this room. It's hard to tell when you don't just see your face, when you have to, like, pay attention to what the text says. And they're displayed here on these monitors.
So that's it.
So the sole purpose of this room is to watch us. To watch us? And this room is
It's all clear now.
the Mastermind's private room, without a doubt. Except, why is there a camera in this room? The Mastermind's room. Guess that makes sense. So the Mastermind was here.
Because it's all probably
Watching us.
recording. He wants to see who comes in.
Fair
but
enough.
he's not here.
Then I think this settles it. The body in the garden. If they had the key to this room, it can only mean one thing. That was the body of Mukuro Ikusaba, and she was the Mastermind. The Mastermind is dead? Like, really, really dead? It would seem so. For serious? It's too bad they had to go and die before Master could kill them himself. Mastermind is dead? Can that really be true? Does that mean it's all over? Because, I mean, that body... Whatever happened, they obviously didn't die a natural death.
It's not Junko. They have Junko's boots. They have the nails. But that hair is red.
I thought that was a part of the mask.
Yeah, it might be Strings time about
I think it's
that.
because it's like a what's it called mask, a luchador mask,
Yeah.
which those lace up in the back.
Yeah, you're right. It's probably
But
If the Mastermind really is dead, that means we can finally get out of this hellhole. We gotta hurry up and find the exit. Come
That's
on.
enough.
No, we have to check this area thoroughly first. But what about the exit? If the Mastermind truly is dead, we can leave whenever we decide to. But right now, we need to find out why the Mastermind set up this life or death game in the first place. And I am bothered by the fact that the Mastermind was obviously murdered. Murdered? So you think so too, huh?
Naturally.
Naturally. The state of the corpse makes it plain as day. There's absolutely no doubt. The Mastermind was murdered.
but
Why's it gotta be that way? I mean, who could have even done it?
Such ignorance.
That's exactly why I'd like. That's exactly why I said we need to investigate the purpose and identity of the Mastermind.
I'm telling you!
Now, do you understand, you useless insect? You're banned from talking to Master ever again. Mastermind's purpose and why they were killed. This room may very well hold the answers to those questions. After all, the Mastermind must have spent Who knows how much time here. Okay then, let us begin our search. It's time to uncover the identity of the mastermind. Monokuma door. So it's kind of creepy. It's got a picture of Monokuma on it. Could be inside. Rattle, rattle. Damn it. I was really hoping we could get in there.
We need that Monokuma key.
Oh, right. The door's locked, huh? Well, what if you use that key to open this room? Let's give it a try. Rattle, rattle. Nope, no good. Won't even fit in the keyhole.
Yeah.
Oh, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. The mastermind's dead, right? So nothing's gonna happen to us. Yeah, I guess you're right. Can't stop thinking about what door with Monokuma's picture on it. Worrying about it isn't going to do me any good. Ina's right. The mastermind gone, so there's nothing to be afraid of anymore. Damn. Just zoom through that crotch. Nothing showing up on this one. Hey, look. Next to that TV. That a TV antenna?
How about that?
It is! It's just like the one my grandma uses. It's totally one of those high-def antennas. Wait, so if we hook up that antenna, we could watch TV? Did someone say TV?
You know?
Well, well, Saturday morning, Hina's here. You talking about me?
Okay.
Anyway, if we can watch TV, let's do it. Come on, come on, come on.
You know?
You're all starved for info from the outside world, huh?
Alright, let me work my magic and you'll be quantum leaping your way to TV land before you know it.
Quantum Leap was a TV show.
Oh,
I mean, I get that reference, but what's he talking about? There's a bunch of computers all lined up. They look like high-performance PCs. Nothing like the ancient laptop Alter Ego was installed on. They're all on, but they seem to be locked. So what, we can't do anything? Just use your fighting spirit and force your way in. What century are you from? The mastermind must have been using these to monitor the network and Alter Ego. You may well be right about that.
What?
But there's no point in thinking about it now. You're right.
check out some monitors.
There's really a ridiculous number of monitors here. And the mastermind's been using them all to spy on us. Hey, Ricey!
Hi!
As long as I have this.
Have you finished it yet? You said you have, right?
Oh, how should we?
I can't remember if you said so or not.
You know?
Oh. Oh. What's wrong? Good news for all you Saturday morning kiddies out there. I think I got the TV working.
Nice.
Really? Just spit Bueno onto my pop filter. A really hard time with this one. It doesn't even look like her.
It hasn't been posted quite yet. I checked.
Now all we gotta do is switch it on.
I'm sure it looks fine.
Then do it.
Yes, Ricey's finished this game. Cool.
Friggin' idiot mastermind. All you guys need to cut free from your regrets of the outside world.
Heck!
They were sitting here watching TV the whole time. They really thought they could get away with it? This is... It's the feed coming from the surveillance camera monitoring this room, isn't
What
it?
the heck?
That's weird.
Come on.
Hey. Sorry, that's not right. That's not his voice at all. Hey, what are you doing?
Huh?
That's really weird. You're weird. Weird in every way possible. And not just weird, super weird.
But
This TV isn't hooked up to anything but the antenna. So how is it showing the camera feed?
Well,
Did you try changing the channel?
oh,
good idea. Let's give that a try. Hero went through each channel one by one. But on every channel, it was just us. There's a live feed of us standing there in the data center.
what the heck?
Is it broken or something?
Could it be?
There must be some kind of trick to it. Some weird setup. A trick?
Holy shit!
What kind of trick?
Holy shit!
Actually,
I'm not sure, but... Huh? What? Been a while, you freaking bastards! Monokuma? How, you're supposed to be dead. Me? Dead? Don't be freaking stupid. You're acting kind of strange. Something seems different.
Of course.
Of course I'm different. Evolution is perfectly natural. After all, I've been hibernating for 2 years already. Not even. It's been like half a day at most. How are you alive again? Oh yeah, that's it. The look on your faces right now is sublime. That's what I wanted to see. The moment you went from hope to despair. Don't tell me you pretended to be dead for all this moment. Why would a bear pretend to be dead? You're the ones who should pretend to be dead when you see a bear.
Only when it's a brown bear.
Black bear don't give a fuck. Black bear fuck you up.
Brown bear fuck you up. Black bear won't fuck you up. Punch it in the nose, it runs away.
Also true. Unless it's mama bear, in which case
Yeah,
mama bear fuck you up.
Here's the thing. Mom animals doesn't count. They don't count. Any mom animals. Like we mentioned with foxes earlier before the stream. Foxes will run away if you approach them unless it's a mom.
Well, it's almost time to cut off your past so full of hope and begin to despair at the future ahead of you. I want you all to have way more fun in this killing game. You can't be serious. We have to keep going. We were supposed to get out of here. Get out of here? Are you still obsessed with getting out of here? How do you not get it? There is no getting out of here. And besides, this life isn't all bad, you know? I mean, there's stuff you won't like about life no matter where you are. You serious? This place is the worst. If it's the worst, does that mean you're in despair?
Well now.
Whew, I pooped from all that laughing. I guess I'll just get to the point now. The point?
Hey,
You guys really struck gold when you found that TV. Yes, indeed, that TV is an essential part of your school life here.
What?
I knew it was hiding a secret of some kind. But I connected the antenna, so why is it just showing us the surveillance feed? Look how attentive they are now. Well, then I'm gonna let you in on a blood-gushing secret and tell you about it. That TV is absolutely, without a doubt, displaying the signal coming in out on the antenna. But what does that mean? It's displaying the signal? But it's just us standing here.
That means
unbelievable.
we're on TV.
I'll just tell you.
And Paladin was
This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. What? This killing game is being broadcast live to the entire world. It's the most popular thing on TV. No matter how many times he says it, I don't know what it's supposed to mean. I mean, even if I understood the words, I'm not sure I understand the deeper meaning. Broadcast live? The entire world? What kind of bad joke is this? It can't be! Have they taken over the airwaves somehow? The camera feed is being broadcast? No way, that's impossible! That kind of overconfidence is a major weakness in your crisis management system, you know that. All you need is one weird trick that I found, and hijacking the airwaves is easy mode. You being serious right now?
Of course.
I hear a kind of creaking. The sound was coming from my own mind. Like a boat tossing in the ocean, my mind had begun to creak and groan.
Hey,
Everything has a meaning, you know? All those hints I gave you, all those tantalizing tidbits about the school's mysteries, even me luring you here right now. Why would I do any of that without a reason? It was all for my captive audience, to show them true despair like they've never seen before. I became the director of despair-based production. This is the ultimate reality show, the best in despair entertainment.
what are you saying?
You're lying. If this was on TV, the police and everyone else would be going crazy. Yeah, there's no way they wouldn't have tried to come and rescue us.
Actually,
What if they already did? Huh?
yes indeed.
But then again, it's not really any of their business, right? Sure, some people might yell at their TVs and try to warn you, but who would actually come here to help? Don't you think that's possible? I don't really know personally, though, so whatever.
This can't be.
But to take control of all communications like that, you'd need an astronomical amount of resources. Yep, So how could things have come this far? Well, that's a secret. There's something you all need to do first, remember? What?
Of course.
Yeah, duh. There's the little business of.
Yep.
That's the found a dead body.
A body has been discovered.
Hmm? Oh, he's playing the thing now.
After a certain
Yeah.
amount of time,
Okay.
which you
This is
may
a
use
recording,
however
remember?
you
Yeah,
like.
yeah.
The
I was just trying to
class
figure out, I was
trial
like,
will begin.
when in the last couple of seconds did we find a dead body? I was like, but I forgot that up till this point we were supposed to be under the impression that they weren't watching us anymore.
Mhm.
Huh? Last trial? Do you mean? Nope, not reading that.
It's the Monokuma file!
I'll leave the next Monokuma file right here. Everyone give it all you got, okay?
Heart-pounding excitement!
Okay, things are gonna get pretty crazy for here on out. You're in for a heck of a ride.
Wait! I can't wait!
Awesome.
Venomous Pup says that the thing is
there.
on there.
Let us see, boys. Let us see. Aw, she cute.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's still pretty good.
Cute. I love her.
Human faces are difficult.
Yeah, they are.
Bam, there we go. Human faces are difficult. It's pretty bad. Is there something easier for me to draw? Unless you'd like to challenge me again. I would like you to draw the Vesuvian Man. The Vitruvian Man, that's what it is. The
Why
Vitruvian
would you
Man.
make him do that? That's the hardest shit ever.
I need a perfect rendition of the Vitruvian Man. Yeah, that's Venomous Pup for you.
Ricey, you're on the Discord server, right?
She might be, I don't know.
Yeah, she is. You
She
can
is.
look through. He's posted a bunch of stuff on there today.
Yeah, we've been having a back and forth on me giving him writing prompts and him drawing them.
Giving him art prompts.
Yeah, art prompts, that's the word. That other thing you do with the pen.
That thing that you do.
Swimming.
Yeah.
What is another good one that we can give that's not difficult?
Just do Monokuma.
Monokuma's easy, yeah. Draw Monokuma. And then he was gone. Reality was incomprehensible, the truth hopelessly out of reach. All we were left with was despair. We stood there for I don't know how long, frozen in place. I couldn't think. It took everything I had just to keep myself standing upright. I don't understand any of this. What's despair entertainment and how is he still alive?
I'm sick of this.
I thought that finally we could get out of here. And plus, what did he say about a class trial?
Stop talking.
Well, that part's obvious. The class trial is the class trial. What it means is that at this point we have to figure out who the culprit is. Figure out who killed Kyoko. What?
What the heck?
What are you talking about? I thought Mukuro Ikusaba was the one who died. The victim was female, right? Kyoko certainly fulfills that condition. And if Monokuma is still alive and active, that means the mastermind, Mukuro Ikusaba, isn't dead. So naturally that body can't belong to her. So it must be Kyoko. There is no other possibility. Kyoko? The body is Kyoko's? Kyoko's been murdered? No, it's not possible. Because I don't know anything about her yet.
Also, those are not her shoes.
I don't know who she
so-
really is. Yeah, her shoes were pretty practical, weren't they?
No, they were boots, but they didn't have laces.
Not allowed to draw naughty things. Monokuma's not naughty. He's just a bear.
I mean, he has a naughty personality, but
He's just like a bear. To have it end like this.
you've literally posted pictures.
Has he?
Yes. I told him to draw a ballerina bunny girl, and he drew a titty girl with bunny ears.
Quiet.
Whether you believe it or not is not the matter. The truth is the truth. If you refuse to believe, it's your responsibility to uncover the truth for yourself. Myself? Anyway, we'd better begin.
But
If we're gonna have a class trial, then that means the killer?
That's right.
Correct. It must be someone participating in our school life. Wait, so you're saying one of us killed Kyoko? I meant the Vitruvian Man thing. Yeah, fair
Oh.
enough. He does have his naughty bits out.
Huh?
The Vitruvian Man does
I
have the
know.
danglies.
He does. He does.
But you said...
Stop talking.
I don't have time to explain now. There's a veritable mountain of issues I need to confirm. So I'm going to begin my search. If you value your lives, you'll put everything you have into this. That is how this game works, after all. Time to investigate. Well, I'd better start by checking out the Monokuma file. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. They were, however, dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife, which went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. But even the Monokuma file doesn't tell us who the victim actually was. The unidentified body. Could it be Kyoko?
Here it is, Titty Girl.
Oh, yeah. I have no choice. I have to investigate. I have to uncover the truth for myself. No matter what, I have to find out what happened, or we're all dead. I need to go back to the scene of the crime. Back to the garden. The prompt for him to draw this time is going to be Monokuma. Well, okay, time to get started. I need to check everywhere that might be, check anywhere that may be important, from one end to the other. Just need to do what I always do. There's a knife laying on the ground. Is this? Must be the knife that was stuck in the body before it exploded. The force of the explosion must have thrown it over here. Monokuma file said the knife went all the way through the body from front to back. Does this mean the knife is what caused the fatal injury? Either way, this knife looks really familiar. Wait, is this? It is! It's the knife that person was holding.
Yeah, we're totally gonna get blamed for this.
This is getting really weird. There are just too many strange coincidences.
We're gonna get blamed for this because one, we're the one who was given the knife, and two, no one could find us all night. There's no reason for them to believe we were actually in our rooms. They were all together.
And that same knife was used to stab that same masked attacker we found here. So, maybe this masked person got stabbed because when they attacked, I was in a kind of trance. Maybe I reacted by grabbing the knife. And maybe then And if this really is Kyoko, it would mean Kyoko is the one that attacked me. Why the mask? I just don't know. I don't remember anything clearly from last night. No, it can't be. There's no way. Knife at the crime scene has been added to the truth bowl section. These look like fragments of something. Like a picture frame or something? They're all burnt, so I can't really be sure, but I feel like I've seen something like this before. Where? Wait, was it there? I'll have to double check later. Fragment near the dead body, been added to the truth bullet section. What could that be? I actually don't know what that is. Let's double check the body again. Huh? There's something weird about the body's fingernails. Oh, these are fake nails. They're really long. They seem like they get in the way of normal activity. Fake nails have been added to the truth bowl section of the handbook. There's also something on the back of her right hand. Is this a tattoo? It got burnt, so I can't tell the whole. I can't see the whole thing. It looks like it's a picture of a dog or something. I've never seen anything like it before.
What have you?
Tattoo on the right hand has been added to the truth bowl section of the handbook. The white jacket the victim is wearing got totally burnt up. There's only one piece left. Lower half of the body didn't get wet at all. After the body blew up, the bottom half got set on fire, so I dumped the top half got set on fire, so I dumped a bucket of water on it, which explains why the bottom half isn't wet. There's nothing strange about that, right? The upper half of the body got set on fire in the explosion, so it's totally blackened. Also, the top half of the body is wet.
The bottom half of the body is not wet. This happened
After 7:30. Because it got set on fire and I threw water on it. Since I only threw water on that part, it was the only was on fire, the top half. The bottom half is still dry. In other words, there's nothing strange about the top half being wet. There isn't, right? I can finally tell what's happening with that whole face thing. I couldn't tell in the big picture, but the person's got their head literally turned away from the camera. Exploded body analysis has been added to the truth bullet section of the handbook. That's everything that I can expect from the body. How many chickens? Only 4. We count 4 chickens. Wait, 4?
Yo.
What's going on, Makoto? Oh, I'm glad you're here. Listen, do you remember how many chickens there were in here? Of course, there were precisely 5. Yeah, right? Huh? What's wrong? There's only 4 chickens here now. We're 1 short. Huh? Isn't 4 like a death number in Japan? I think 4 is as well because it has like the same word as dead. It's so weird. I wonder what happened. It's weird. I was down here just before nighttime last night, and there was definitely 5 chickens then. What are we gonna do? Going from 5 to 4 is gonna have an impact on the structure of the world.
Conspiracy.
It's a jigsaw puzzle. If a single piece disappears, the entire world will remain unfinished. I did my best to ignore Hero and focus on the problem at hand. Why did one of the chickens disappear? Is he related to the case? Venomous Pup says that the new artwork is done. Oh, look at the Monokuma. Monokuma. He's an absolute beauty. Until you know he starts killing everybody. I didn't even click on Monokuma monitors. Can I inspect the flower? Does it really eat paper, plastic, and people? Anyway, I don't think it's related to the case, so I think I'll just stay away. Just be sure I should take a look in the tool shed. I want to go through everything first before we ever get to anything else. The room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, pretty stereotypical tool shed. That's new, yeah. Is this a tarp? Wait, was there a tarp in here before? I should probably look into that. They could be related to the case. Top is wet and covered with mud and grime. So it could have happened before 7:30, covered with the tarp, and then the tarp was removed after 7:30. But the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of the tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. Tarp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. That's one thing in here that concerns me. We're not missing anything else, are we?
Yeah, that's all that it says.
Okay. I guess I'll talk to people. Listen, Makoto, do you remember how the body looked, before it blew up? If I remember right, he was wearing some kind of mask and a big white coat. Also, there was a knife sticking out of the stomach, and the area around it was stained with blood. Apparently, the wound had stopped bleeding, but the blood on the body was still wet. Byakuya said not to touch it to avoid getting all bloody. But for how much blood there was on the body, I didn't see any on the ground around it.
Okay.
Oh, thanks. That was a big help. Now that you explained it, I totally remember how it looked. Well, having to talk about it like that helped me remember a lot better, too. So thank you, too. Body before the explosion has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Byakuya, are you going to be helpful or are you going to be an ass? Good timing, Makoto. I wanted to talk to you. What do you want to talk about?
So in other
I'd like
words,
to hear your alibi. Alibi?
In other words-
Correct. I'd love to hear where you were after nighttime began last night. Well, I was sick, so I was asleep all night. Why are you asking about that now? And what's nighttime got to do with it?
naturally.
Isn't it obvious? This murder took place after nighttime. How can you know that for sure? because just after night began, I came to the garden. I was going around looking for everyone so I could tell them about Monokuma. Hiro has been spending most of his time in the garden the last few days, so I figured he'd be here. And I can confirm that when I arrived last night, there was no body here.
In other words,
So the murder could only have taken place at some point during nighttime after I left the garden. However, Toko, Hiro, Hina, and I were in the gym together the entire night last night. What? Once I found Hiro in the garden, we immediately went to Toko and Hina's rooms to get them. At that point, we went to the gym and began dismantling Monokuma. As a precaution, we made sure not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom in pairs. In other words, all four of us have airtight alibis. The only ones who don't have alibis are me and Kyoko.
that's right.
And if the victim really is Kyoko, then I'm the only one without an alibi. Also, when we went to go get Hina and Toko, we stopped by your room as well. But you never came to the door. Where precisely were you? I'm telling the truth. I was in my room, but I was dead asleep. I had a fever, so... That's hardly an alibi. I know. So, what now? You seem to be at quite the disadvantage here. The only one without an alibi. That's really bad, isn't it? Byakuya's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of the handbook. I want to figure out what that's all about.
Yeah.
I expected. Fragments laying on the body. I saw something a lot like them somewhere else. It's not part of the chalkboard, is it? I'm gonna have to check around to see. Can I leave here yet? I gotta talk to everyone. I want to talk to Toko. So who does the body belong to? Whoever it is, I'm not gonna look. I don't want to faint anymore. And, you know. It's 11 o'clock right now. Okay, and?
Serious?
Oh, well, I was just thinking about when we first found the body. When the body was found? I should look back at what I did this morning to help me remember when that was. It was around 9.
Yeah.
Monokuma announcement woke me up at 7, as usual, and I headed for the dining hall pretty soon. As I got there, I met up with Hina, that's right around 7:30. And then I headed to the gym where everyone else was waiting. Next, Toko went to get the pickaxe, and that's when she found the body. What time was it then? Now then, Toko, what time is it? Well, when we left the gym, it was just before 9 o'clock, so probably 9 on the dot now. That's right. It had to have been right around 9 o'clock. Now that you mention it, I think you're right. So I think we can say for sure the body was found at 9 a.m. Okay, my job's done. That's a pretty small job, but useful. When the body was found has been added to the Truth Bullet section of the handbook. That's everyone, right? Don't think I've seen everything there is to see.
Okay, so dead body, tattoo on right hand, top half of body,
Bottom half.
combat knife, kitchen coat, tool shed, cart, speak with Byakuya, speak with Callie, speak with Hiro, examine red control box.
Ah, yeah, I haven't looked at the control box yet. This is the panel that controls sprinklers. They're set to turn on at 7:30 every morning. Monokuma said that the time positively couldn't be changed. Hold on. So the sprinklers turn on at 7:30 each morning, right? Then if the body was here before then, the sprinklers should have gotten it wet. Which would mean the murder must have taken place. Sprinklers has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. Except that's a lie, because of the tarp. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. There are other areas I need to check, specifically the fragment I found before. There's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. I still need to find out more about Kyoko. That corpse really Kyoko? That's true. Is that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can't find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I can get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. With the key to her room.
It's all clear now.
What?
That's right, Byakuya has the key.
Just give up.
Give me your shoes.
That's
I'm
still
sure-
gonna kill me.
I have to see if he'll let me borrow her shoes. Hey, Byakuya, if you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it later at the class trial. Oh, no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
Then come with me.
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. Then will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Find me again later and we'll see. Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay. In the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. I straight up actually don't know. Kaide Akamatsu, welcome out to the stream. It wasn't the dojo, was it? I feel like I've been to any of these areas enough to actually like know where I should be looking for that. I wish they would have given me even a slight hint. I know that'd be a little bit too much, but where could it have been? I know you can tell me. I don't want you to, though.
I'm just glad they're not holding your hand.
Yeah, this is the first time that they haven't just held my hand through a situation. Everything's back to normal. Just like with Sayaka and Taka. Monokuma's responsible, I'm sure. Wasn't there. Did we get into this room? Yeah, we can. What was this place again, though? It was just like the... Or, yeah, it was like the teacher's lounge or whatever. It didn't matter. So, like, it hasn't really been a thing. I don't think it's the classrooms. I honestly want to check. What was it? What was the floor that had the secret room? I don't think it's going to involve any of these rooms, though. I straight up cannot remember where I've seen that, like, missing piece. That hunk that was, like, removed. I know it's not down here. I'll check since I'm not here anyway, but I know it's not any of this. There's so much of this place that's used once and then more or less forgotten. To the point where I'm like, I have no clue where we could have been trying to, like, go for this particular scenario. I'm so used to things getting used once and then thrown away almost immediately. This is the sitting room, yeah. Students probably avoid going in there too much. Okay, so I can't. It's not that. Great, the one time they don't hold our hands and they also make it so obtuse that it makes no sense. Nope. It's not the main room, is it? Nope. No. It's not here. I checked the Asian room. It's not the Asian. Like, why would it be any of these rooms? It wouldn't be. It's got to be something in, like, either our place or one of, like, the... It's, like, either got to be in the inn or in one of, like, the 12... Like, the 3 rooms that we actually care about. Oh, it won't let me leave the school. Alright, they won't let me go into the Monokuma room until after the trial as well. And it wasn't the gym, I don't think. I haven't checked the gym yet. That's why I'm going in there. It's not this room. It's the dead Monokuma, so it's not the same. I was saying, Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
Oh yeah, it was a bomb. So that bomb went missing because the bomb's not here now.
Huh?
And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found at the garden. The fragments near the dead body has been updated in the truth bolt section. Take everything else I can. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should go back to the garden and ask you after that. Yeah, they kept making it sound like it was like a specific room.
Yeah.
Not like a thing in a room. All right, Byakuya. You think you can go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room? Right, very well, let's go. Oh, wait for me. My leather jacket. It's a nice jacket. I'm still, like, I am astounded.
That you got that.
I got that.
$11 from the
Yeah,
store?
I got that for $5 at the thrift store. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole, and then click,
That's actually
and it's open.
that's actually how a lot of cosplayers do their leather work, because straight up buying
Like
bolts
rounds
of leather,
of leather is
from
very, very expensive.
So they go to the thrift store, get a bunch of leather jackets, and this is how they do their leather work for their cosplay.
They'll cut up the leather jackets because you can buy them. Like I said, I mean that entire genuine leather jacket was $5 at the thrift store, and that was
If you got a yard of fabric from the fabric store that was leather, that would cost you a good $20 or more at least. Leather's expensive.
very much wow. Koichi Oma, different person.
Hello.
We got Kaede, and now we got Kokichi. Very much wow.
Do that, scrub. Just do it.
Gotta bounce. Good luck with the mystery. All right, Ricey. Thanks for stopping by.
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So, what are you looking for? Nothing in particular. I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take time out of my search to come here? Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete? Something to give us some sort of direction here? Oh, I know. Radio Coco gave me something.
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it. Only open it if something ever happens to me. Sure, I have it somewhere. Found it. What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open. Well, something certainly has happened. So open it. Okay. It's nudes.
God, I hope so.
That was a single piece of paper.
The nude.
Wait, this ain't Ori. Does it still say Ori in the Blind Forest? It shouldn't.
I changed it.
Yeah, we changed everything, didn't we? Yeah, it should be Danganronpa. We did Ori in the Blind Forest earlier today. This is Danganronpa.
I'm pretty sure I changed it.
It said
Too.
it says it on YouTube. Let me see here. Did Twitch just not update? No, it says we're playing Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. Everything says Trigger Happy Havoc. So, on our end, it does. We played Ori in the Blind Forest earlier today at around like 1 o'clock. I did. And it was fun, and you should watch that VOD because it's like 2.5 hours of me playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which is a really good game. Under the sheets. Bow, bow, chicka, wow, bow, down.
What?
That's all that was in there? Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheets. What could it be? But can something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the
Oh,
sheets...
is that all it said? And the note was under the sheets?
What's this? Found a crumpled piece of paper. Student registry. Class 78 student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. You're so annoying. Fine. I'll tell you, it was a key and blank. That's it. Must be the blank that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing, and this is what she left behind. I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Made an effort to pull myself together, then looked down at the profile sheet. Name, Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex, female. Gonna try and do art on my tablet. Anything you want?
Draw what you think. Listen to what we're gonna read, and then draw what you think Mukuro Ikusaba looks like.
The ultimate soldier.
Interesting.
Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she hadn't been kidnapped, that she had received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. Mukuro's profile has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. The Ultimate Soldier. Mercenary group. This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in isn't like a completely different... It's like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other is sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. Then...
See.
I never imagined I would hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. But they do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. This is all part of a world totally removed from... That's Makoto. It's not the obvious saying this. This is all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player. The bit player is becoming our hero. That's you!
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh! You found her profile! So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me.
Come on now.
I'm not gonna hold it against you or anything. And in case you're wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it. After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? But who I can't forgive is Miss Mogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room. Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here and slice it up and devour it. Bears are omnivores, you know.
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on a dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself. Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course!
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is, now can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting. It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in the killing game. I don't think I ever actually told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey,
When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think the first meeting you may have led, I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding about you all. Misunderstanding. You saying...
In other words...
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes, indeed.
The total number of students taking part in the killing game was actually 16. 16. Then...
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
The 16th student, Mukuro Ikusaba. She's part of the school life, so the one making all the regulations is... Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because... Like I told you, the killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense?
Well, now.
Okay, then. That's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get. So I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kitty Kitty, so I'm going to share a little secret with you. Like how you guys predicted 16 students at the beginning of the game. Well, there was an empty slot at the trial.
One of my biggest questions is, one time Monokuma said, if we don't attend the class trials, we get punished.
Do you think... Oh, that Monokuma said that?
Yes, Monokuma said if we don't attend the class trials, we get punished. So how is this person
attending the class trials? Probably through Monokuma. I don't know.
Hey,
You know how she wears those stupid gloves all day, all those stupid gloves day in and day out all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. Also, we now know what that dog thing is. It's the Fenrir logo. That dog tattoo is the Fenrir logo. I think that Kyoko did in fact get her body switched with Mukuro, and that the body that we've seen is in fact Mukuro's. That Mukuro's body is the one that Kyoko is in. And that may very well be Kyoko's dead body. Well, Kyoko's dead body.
But we've never met the real Kyoko.
Or at least the body of Kyoko. What? Okay, now that's all you get. Monokuma's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of the handbook. Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, so on the back of her hand... a tattoo? Wait, but no, Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears those gloves, to hide the scars? Which means... there's fake nails on the corpse. Are you thinking about Kyoko again? Uh-huh. Forget about her. What matters now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap.
Such ignorance.
God must have really hated you to make you so dull. That was not a laugh. That was a print screen. I'm going to turn this into a meme picture.
Please do.
Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there was 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here. Obviously, Monokuma is trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so that there wouldn't be any complaints later. It's because Kyoko's the one controlling Monokuma. She got into the room using the key that she found, and she's the one that's currently in control of the current Monokuma. But is trying not to tip anybody off, so she's currently still acting like Monokuma, but giving them a lot more hints toward everything. Trying to give them more information than they're supposed to have. The mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to the case. That's why Mukuro revealed the existence of a 60... Sorry. I've forgotten that I've had this piece of chocolate in my pocket since the day we got here, and... my goodness, it's delicious. You know it's German, right? Truly the greatest milk chocolate creators.
This is Canadian.
Kinder?
Yeah, isn't it?
No. Kinder literally means child in German.
That's fair.
It's a German brand.
Okay. I always just, every time I think of Kinder Eggs, I think of Canada.
Well, the Kinder Surprise Egg isn't illegal in Canada,
Oh, that's fair.
but it's a German company.
Yeah.
Give me a second, I'm still eating chocolate. This is the last piece, I promise.
It's certainly possible.
Perhaps he's the one who killed Cleo? What?
That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school's killing game. Mukuro is the killer? And she killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But based on what Monokuma has just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear now.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro the Ultimate Despair was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro giving us information that would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense than to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They wanted us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible. If that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? There's something on the table. It's a wood block decoration.
what?
What is that? What purpose does it serve? I think it's probably a key. The lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. That doesn't really surprise me. It's hard to picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly
But if
possible.
it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really, what? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Yeah, I figured that out too, but you're just gonna take me there. We went from no hand-holding to all hand-holding again.
Yep.
Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. Find out if that key and the dojo really are
Let's
connected.
go.
Yeah, 6 is missing its key. There are wooden lockers here. And these wood block keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Makoto, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very
Yes,
strange.
you.
My goodness. That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You understand what that means, right? I saw the most hilarious show the other day. This scientist, truly one of the smartest men alive, smarter than quite possibly even me, turned himself into a pickle. Hilarious, truly. You just don't get it. You just do not get it, Makoto. He turned himself into a pickle. That's like my favorite meme right now. Is the...
Making fun of Rick and Morty fans is great.
Yeah, it's just making fun of Rick and Morty fans. Probably use the key we found on the locker, right?
Right.
Well, just try it. Okay. We got the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and click. The locker eagerly accepted the key, and it opened. There's a lot of arrows and something bloody on the floor. There are arrows in here, and it looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Strong sticks. Oh, and there's something else inside the locker. Wadded up ball of duct tape. I don't know what it's used for. Covered in blood. Bloodstain?
I see.
Ritual of the night? If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to our case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? Bloody duct tape has been added to the truth section of the handbook. And that's all the locker has to offer for now. Something wrong?
Very strange.
It's very odd, don't you think? I think that the titanium arrows were used as stakes in the ground to cover the tarp to cover them, so that they wouldn't get wet. The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Or perhaps Byakuya? Forget it. Come on. We need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. So to the library? Isn't it obvious? Where in a school would you go to do research on something?
The art room.
What about the archive? That's right. The archive has all kinds of info that general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. We have as much time, we have just enough time for what is necessary. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Byakuya seemed to know the archive like the back of his hand, and went straight to the shelf in the back. Ah, here we go. He quickly returned with the file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way to high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it for you. But they expect you to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? Isn't that kind of extreme? Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, their mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they'd acquired. Some, however, believe there was mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality, the only reality. These people are part of our world. Part of your world. Take off your clothes. Their battlefields aren't much different from our lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting definitely isn't the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It said Fenrir is the Wolf of Ragnarok. Not to be confused with the Wolf of Wall Street. Another fantastic movie if you haven't seen it. Much like that show I mentioned about the scientist. Truly one of the brightest minds of our time who turned himself into a pickle. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting related to that? He also found a way into millions of different universes, and one of them had a man whose name was Mr. Poopy Butthole. Truly a marvelous show. You must watch it sometime. To show that the members of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenris somewhere on their body. I believe the favored location was the tramp stamp. What that mean? Makoto Ikusaba's profile has been updated to the Truth Bolt section of your handbook.
What?
Out of time.
Guess that's it.
Were you expecting more?
Yeah.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial.
Kind of strangely like morose.
So,
Yeah.
please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
Who's ready?
Then the time has come. All we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the
That's
class
right.
trial. It would seem that way. Let's go. Except that's going to be where we end. Because it's almost been 2 hours.
Yeah. So we could end now, or we could go for 3 or 4 more hours. And I'm not a fan of sitting here until midnight.
Neither am I. And also the stream is like dying, kind of.
Oh no!
See, it's like turning yellow and orange.
Oh, no. Oh,
and now it's green
oh.
again. We never dropped. Like, we never actually, like, lost it. We dropped about 126 frames. Which is, if we divide that by 30, that's like almost 3 seconds.
Yeah, it's not.
It's slightly more than 3 seconds. That's actually,
not that bad.
it's a little over 4 seconds. That's what we lost a little over 4 seconds. But yeah. Anyway, that's going to be where we end it today. I have been Paladino. This has been Megumin.
Hi.
This has been Danganronpa, Trigger Happy Havoc. I hope you guys have had a fantastic day. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.